doing this morning, gentlemen?
How you doing?
How are you?
Where's the? You don't have the Masters on.
Give us time. We just got here.
So, any questions?
Just your thoughts on Marcus and what he's going through right now and how much it affects the team.
Well, I feel really bad for Marcus. Just I know how well he's playing right now. I know how hard he's worked to get ready for this moment. But injuries are just part of it, part of what we all have to deal with, and it's an opportunity for someone else. And hopefully we can keep playing so Marcus gets a crack at the playoffs this year.
How surprised were you that it was to the extent it was?
Yeah, I mean the injury, it looked like a hip pointer. The way that it happened, he got, like hip checked by Vucevic, and then he felt good enough to go back in. He ran up and down the court one time, and it reacted like a hip pointer, which are very painful if any of you have had them. I've actually had one, and the last couple of days it seemed like that was what it was. But before he gets on the court, we always will image a guy just to make sure. And when we did the images yesterday afternoon, it revealed a tear there. So that's a bummer.
Danny,
Imaging.
Have you talked to him at all, and maybe what have you said if you have?
Yeah, I talked to him. He's in okay spirits. I mean, he was bummed.
Yeah.
But he was in pain. I mean, the worst type of injuries sometimes are those that you that you think you can play with, that you don't get to be yourself. So this is, thank goodness we have other guys that can step up and take Marcus's spot. No one completely replaces Marcus, but it's an opportunity for other guys to play.
What does
maybe Terry will have some fun now.
what does he have to do? Is it strictly rest?
Good question. I don't know the treatment protocol, but I don't know.
Yeah, did you feel okay about the protocol of him going back in the game? Like, did you wish there was a little more evaluation or something, potentially that made it worse?
I mean, you always have to listen to the player. I mean, you sprain your ankle and you say, I can still play, and sometimes you can, and sometimes you go out there and you go, no, I'm hurting the team, or I'm going to re-injure it. So, I mean, thank goodness it was just ran up the court one time and ran back, and he knew he was not able to play. So, I don't put any blame on that. That's just, you always listen to the players, and we know Marcus is going to try to play if he can, and he couldn't. And just like there's, I certainly don't question Coach Stevens for playing him either. I mean, you got to play guys, and it was a good game and good competition. You can't go for a long period of time without getting reps and getting play. And the plan was to play those guys against Orlando, and leading up to that game, we didn't know if we had a home court advantage locked up until right before tip-off. So the guys were prepared and ready to play, and I don't think Brad was planning on playing Marcus in the fourth quarter, but it happened in the third. And you can't put him in bubble wrap. I remember in 1987 I got hurt in practice leading up to the playoffs, and it bothered me the entire playoffs, and I was never the same player. And but you got to practice, you got to have contact, and there's always risk of injury.
What was your immediate reaction when the doctor told you 4 to 6 weeks?
My immediate reaction was just I was bummed for Marcus, because he was really ready. He's had a terrific season, and I think he's even been better lately. And we need his defensive presence, and so now we're going to have, like last year we didn't have Kyrie and Gordon's offense, and this year we don't have Marcus's defense, and so the guys got to step up and play that role.
It sounds pretty serious. Do you expect him back for the playoffs, or is it just kind of pay attention to it week by week?
I mean, it's a very unusual injury, so I don't think we know for sure. And Marcus is a very unusual person and player, and so I don't know. I mean, timetables, I have no idea what timetable, but we'll keep tabs on him. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not playing for a few weeks or to 4 weeks, and we'll see after that.
You got an open roster spot, or you have
No,
Gibson. We have Gibson. You're going to keep Gibson for the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's signed for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So you have to do that before the last game of the regular season. But this wouldn't change that anyway if this had happened 2 days before or something.
You wouldn't have looked into
No, Not with the possibility of Marcus being back, absolutely not.
You
I
guys-
mean, well, plus we have him under contract. I mean, it's like, you don't get an extra roster spot.
No, you could have waived him, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. We're gonna waive Marcus, give me a break.
No, I'm talking about Gibson to open the roster spot, if you wanted to.
Oh, no, we like Daniel. Daniel can step in and play for us.
Hey, what do you think of your team going into the series?
Think of our team?
Yes, your team.
I'm excited about it. I think we're playing our best basketball. We have good depth to make up for for Marcus's loss, but I feel like our team is in a good spot.
You've been accused of having too much depth during the year, and guys who aren't getting enough run and stuff like this is kind of the payoff time now.
Well, I mean, this is the test, but this means that Jalen and Terry and Gordon and Marcus Morris and those guys are going to probably get more opportunities and divide those minutes up on top of the minutes that they've already gotten. So I think that all of that is good. Those guys are all good players, and they've proven how capable they are.
Has this been, I'm guessing the season hasn't gone to your expectations. Certainly I don't think it's gone to the players' expectations either. Is this kind of a good reset time to, get your opportunity?
Yeah, I think the playoffs are always fun that way. I mean, I keep thinking back to 2010 when we were 27-27 and to finish the season, and it was not looking good. It was not a real optimistic perspective, and that team had a 13-point lead in Game 7 of the NBA championship. Played probably the best basketball in the KG era after that very underperforming season of 2010, regular season. So the playoffs are a different animal, and I think that it's like a fresh start, a reset button, and we're excited about it.
Any final questions?
Do you have any confidence that these,